Going on YouTube, welcome back to Tag Team Racing, and today we've got another video for you guys. So today we're going to be doing a how-to video kind of around that ESS kit that we installed not too long ago. There's a couple videos out there on how to do an oil change and check your oil for the ESS supercharger, but I just wanted to make one for my channel just to inform you guys on the process for it, the importance behind it, how many times you should be changing and checking your oil. So we're gonna make a video on that. Also, we're gonna reveal our new exhaust setup that we just got installed yesterday and talk a little bit about some spark plug issues that we had on the car as well. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit a comment, and let's get to it. All right, guys, so this is everything that you will need for the oil change on the ESS kits. We'll just go over a couple things that comes with the kit when you buy it, and then we'll go through on how to go ahead and do that. So this is the Synchromax oil that you'll use to change the oil, and you'll want to put that in when you get the kit. This comes with it, one bottle. Says it can get you about 10 oil changes. And then you also get the syringe here, which is how you'll add and remove the oil from the supercharger. We'll go through that in a second here. And then you also get an actual directions sheet talking about not overfilling, what you need to use, how you can do the oil change. But just to make a video on it, it's just a little bit easier to show you guys in person on what to do for the oil changes. So you also get a flash drive that comes with the kit. I believe there's an oil change video on there. There's also installation videos and other sorts of files on that hard drive that you get with the kit. So just starting off, the first thing you want to do, you want to go ahead and check your oil. So you want to take your 10mm Allen key and come over to this side of the supercharger here. So you'll see that this is your dipstick here. What you want to do is take your 10mm Allen key, go ahead and remove this. The car's a little hot because I did end up driving it, so we're going to use a shop towel here to go ahead and pull this out. Let's see here. So you'll go ahead and pull out the dipstick here very carefully. You're not able to really see the oil, so I'm going to focus in on it, but at the end here of the dipstick, there's hash marks that shows you the oil level. You have to get it in the light to really see exactly where your oil level is at. You want to be in the hash marks for the oil. If it's above that, it might be a little too much added to it. But that's how you want to check the oil. Just take this dipstick out, maybe do it once or twice just to double check, wipe it off, whatnot. But this is how you're going to check your oil. So what you want to do next is go ahead and lay the dipstick over here and snag your syringe here. So what you want to do is you'll bring the syringe in here. So this part is kind of difficult, I'm not gonna lie to you. So as you can see, when you push it down, you'll hit a stopping point. So what you want to do is kind of finagle it, for lack of better terms, to get it to go down. And essentially there's another hole down here in this corner. I think it's like right on this side of this hole. That'll actually get it to go all the way down. You want the syringe to go all the way down in there to make sure you're getting all the oil out when you're doing these oil changes. So let's see if I can get it in here. This is a kind of difficult part. You just have to kind of see where the tip of the dipstick is, or tip of the syringe is going in, to make sure you're lining it up. So you'll get to a point. There's still another point here. Just keep finagling it. Okay, so we got it to go all the way down in there. That's exactly what you want it to look like. That entire tip of the syringe should be all the way down in there. So what you want to do next, and I'm not going to actually do this because I don't need to do an oil change, is go ahead and remove all of the oil out of the supercharger. So you pull up the syringe, get it all out. Do this a couple times to make sure you got it all out. Once you take out the syringe, what you want to do, and pay attention to this, flip it around here, you'll pay attention to how much you're pulling out here. So when you first put the kit on, you want to have 3 ounces of oil to put in the kit. you want to pay attention to how much you're pulling out, because whatever you pull out, you're going to want to put back in. So whatever you pull out of there, make sure you're filling it back up to exactly that point. So there will be, you might not get 3 ounces out when you're pulling out the oil after you first put it in, simply because it'll be in the gears, it'll be up in there, you won't quite get it all. But just put exactly what you got out back into it, and then you want to put this back in here and finagle it, as I said, down in here. And once it goes all the way down, that's when you want to press down on the syringe to get it to go all the way in the supercharger. And then what you'll want to do, once you got all the oil put back into the supercharger, you want to come over here and grab your dipstick again. Slide on over to the side of the supercharger. Go ahead and put that bad boy back in there, and grab your 10mm Allen key here. Make sure you got it all lined up. Don't want to obviously cross thread it. Then go ahead and tighten this back down. This is a key point here that you guys definitely want to remember when you're doing this. You do not want to over tighten this, because it will snap the dipstick. So once you get to a point here where you feel a little bit of resistance, probably right there, so I'm hitting it, I got to put a lot of force and tighten it. That's exactly where you want to be. So you'll go ahead and remove it. Once you got your oil in there, what you want to do is run the car for about 5 minutes, and just let it flow, let it cycle. And then you want to go ahead and check your oil again by taking your dipstick out and then seeing where you're at with those hash marks that I talked about. So that's where you'll figure out, maybe you added too much, or you're good, maybe you need to add some more, and then you can go from there. So that is how to do an oil change on a supercharger. Just to go over a couple things to keep in mind, like I said, don't over tighten the dipstick. You don't want to add too much, you don't want to overflow it, because then it'll go everywhere. Another good point, in a sense of when you need to regularly do this, obviously put it in when you install it. You need oil in the supercharger, like I said, 3 ounces. And then I did mine probably like 500 to 900 miles after the first installation. You want to do, a break-in oil should be changed. It says on the sheet 2,500 miles. Talking to my tuner and my buddy who installed it, maybe 500 miles is a good point just to go ahead and check it. It doesn't hurt to take it out sooner than later. So go ahead and do that oil change for the break-in period. And then it's every 2,500 miles. So usually when you're doing a oil change on your actual car, that's probably when I'm going to target getting these taken care of as well. So moving forward, I'm just going to go ahead and do it every time I do an oil change on the car, and then we should be good to go. But next we're going to talk about spark plug issues I've got, and then we'll give you guys a little clip of the exhaust, new exhaust setup, and that'll be all I have for the video today. But that's how to do an oil change for the ESS, specifically G2. It's the same for the G3s as well. So alright guys, so I had problems with when I was doing pulls, it would break up. I felt like it was around like 5th gear, it would break up real bad. So something I already had in mind before getting this kit, and I didn't end up doing it, and it really was just from a perspective of not being boosted before and not really keeping this in mind. But you do need to go with maybe a colder splug and actually gap it correctly for a boosted car. This is just in general, not just the ESSs. So what happened was I was running the stock plugs on a stock gap, which, the stock gap is 0.05. And my tuner recommended to go with the NGK 6510s, gap to a 0.026. So huge difference on that. So what happened was, I started running E30. I think that kind of boosted up the process of, fouling out those spark plugs. It started breaking up real bad. Hit up Wingard Performance. Shout out to them for getting me taken care of. They're like, hey, it's your spark plugs. You definitely need to get those changed. So we went with the NGK 6510s, gapped into .026 last night, and the car runs 100 times different. I mean, it shifts smooth. There's no breaking up. I mean, it feels amazing. So that was a simple fix. I mean, the spark plugs themselves were burnt to a crisp when I took them out. So I'm glad we got that taken care of, and the car's running really, really good. So I like to get some reruns on some races I had when my car was breaking up, because that definitely affected it. But now we're running good. The car's running good. So now we're gonna move to the back of the car, talk about some of the things that we have done from an exhaust perspective. So, alrighty guys, so as you can see, this looks way different. There wasn't an exhaust tip sticking out of this car previously. Only the stock exhaust had that, but I initially, as you guys saw, and I believe it was 3 videos ago, I talked about putting the dumps on the car and running that setup. And we also removed the resonator too, so it was basically exhaust, a stock exhaust manifold, gutted cats, and then straight dumps right after. And it sounded pretty good, but it was way too loud on the inside. I don't have rear seats, or still working on a rear seat delete for this car, and it was unbearable to drive this car for me personally. So I browsed Facebook Marketplace, shout out to them for like, I don't know, who knows, like probably a week. Finally found a guy who had part out a Mustang, and he's selling an AWE catback exhaust. This one's a little bit different. It's kind of customized by whoever owned the car previously. It was an H-pipe, I believe Corsa H-pipe, and then it led into the AWE exhaust, which has basically just a straight pipe up into this point, but it has 2 resonators as well. So it definitely quieted down the car a lot, but it gave it a very, very deep tone, and I absolutely love it. You can't even tell from the inside really when you're driving it, but from the outside, it's pretty loud. So definitely love the setup. And then shout out to my buddy Caden Davis for welding up on these Borla exhaust tips. We painted them black, we welded them on there, and it just happened to work out because the exhaust that I bought didn't have the exhaust tips come with it. So we got the single exit exhaust tips from Borla off of my buddy's car as well. So we're going to do a startup video here for you guys, see what you guys think. Please comment down below what you guys think of this exhaust setup versus the dumps. I personally love it. If you guys want the exact setup for this exhaust, I can definitely put that in the comments down below as well. So we're going to do a cold start, and that'll be all for this video. So this is the official cold start. As it has ran today, it's not necessarily a cold video of the new exhaust setup. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video of learning about how to do a ESS oil change and checking your oil, specifically for mine, the G2, but the G3 is the same way to change the oil. So if you guys have the G3, just follow the same steps and you'll get there. But also hope you guys enjoyed learning about my troubles with spark plugs. Certainly a learning curve for me since I've never been boosted before, but now we know. And then drop a comment down below what you guys think of the new exhaust setup versus the dumps. I personally love it, but I want to hear you guys' feedback as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the racing videos that we have for SET. If you haven't already watched those, go back and watch those. Highly recommend it. Check out our whole channel. We got a bunch of racing, bunch of how-tos, the old setup versus the new setup. We got tons of more videos coming out on that stuff. So hopefully get some track days too. See what we trap in the ESS G2 setup. So Hope you guys enjoying. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, comment down below, make sure you like and follow us on Instagram, Tag Team Racing. We got a bunch of more racing videos going up on there as well. So with that being said, we'll see you next time, YouTube.